Possibly the most viral thing that's going around right now is the McDonald's CEO.
Okay, here with, you've heard about it. Here it is.
It is so ridiculously awkward.
Here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it.
Sesame poppy sort of bun. That is the best description you can provide of your latest release of your burger. Was the room look like of a hostage negotiation? Has him kidnapped. He has to report back to his family that he is doing okay. Be a little bit more authentic and realistic. And unfortunately, that is the sentiment throughout this video.
This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product.
Preface the thing that everyone thinks you're going to be doing. Don't send in someone unqualified. It has got to be one of the most awkward, hilarious, strange promotional videos that I have seen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello everybody, and we are back. And today I am presenting to you human nature. Human nature in the sense that it is very common human behavior to want to jump out of our lane. Like, we're an accountant. I want to explore financial planning. I am a dentist. Maybe it'll be a good idea to give a little bit of a dip of my toes into neurosurgery. You know, how hard could it be? I've already done this thing. Maybe I'll give that a go. It is very common for all of us, including me, everybody. It's like, let's try a bit of a divert to the so-called greener pastures. But, you know, sometimes it's critical, and I have to remind myself, is to understand the risk portfolio of some of those shiny things kind of calling to us. What is a risk ratio? If it's low risk, why does it matter? We should try. We should stretch beyond our limitations to learn and be better and get, stronger, build calluses, develop skills. That is what life is about. But if it's low risk, it is probably low reward. When it's high risk, there is high reward. But there is high fucking risk. And that leads me to possibly the most viral thing that's going around right now is the McDonald's CEO who thought, well, how hard can it be? I can do a camera-facing, entertaining, food-tasting scene by all of these food influencers, and I can nail it. I'm a CEO. And sometimes we have to cross-check this human desire that plagues us to always think we've mastered this lane. How hard can that other lane be? Sometimes it can be quite challenging. So I'm going to play this one for you and then provide a little bit of commentary on it, because it has got to be one of the most awkward, hilarious, strange promotional videos that I have seen. And one, it's incredibly funny. So it'll make you fucking laugh, because it did. And secondly, there is hopefully something that I have learned from this that I can break down and share with you. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Australia's #1 street interviewer. All right, let me play this video. Now I'll jump back and give you a little bit of commentary. I'll let it play in its entirety, because it's like I said, hilarious. Like the view I'm going for. There we go. Okay, let's go from the start.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it. Here it is, the big arch. This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious big arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch.
Oh my goodness. If someone was going for pure comedic effect, that has to be top shelf comedy. But unfortunately, the 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 desire of that video was the CEO, I'm assuming, providing a level of transparency, and the CEO is trying the new product, we'll get to that, trying the new burger and making it transparent as to how the CEO also finds this thing. And by that, maybe you'll be more interested in giving it a try. But my goodness, that was a absolute fucking hilarious situation and probably a catastrophic disaster. Now, let's maybe go by just the words that he decides to use to try and break this down as to what went wrong. Now, aside from the fact that it boggles my mind that this rehearsed? Is this the final product of the video? Because I'm going to use the word product because he uses it a lot. So let's stick to the fact that this is a product. Was this the final product that they thought was the one they were going to run with? I imagine they did some takes. I imagine they did some practice. Why was the room that was used look like he's in a basement of a hostage negotiation? Why does he look like he's being forced to make one of those videos where a terrorist group has him kidnapped and hostage, and he has to report back to his family that he is doing okay? Why is that the feel that they were going for? And secondly, why? I don't know if I can zoom into this. Oh no, it's just zooming into my screen. But maybe you can look at it closely. Look at the French fries pack. Why is there 4 French fries in this? It's like the attention of, if the CEO can't get a full pack of fries, what chance does the average customer have? Like where is the attention to detail in this? It boggles my mind. Did they do this just as a throwaway? Oh, we'll just put out a random video. The CEO's chilling. He's chilling in our attic where, we're just gonna put him in this most odd looking room with a table that makes the burger look more disgusting because there's this like urine vomit mixture pattern, and let's just let him run free. We just do a quick video. Didn't realize that millions and millions of views later, he's getting torn to shreds. The CEO is being cooked, and the irony is, anyway, he's probably never tried a burger in his life. Let's play.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it. Here it is.
It is so awkward. It is so ridiculously awkward. It is a person who doesn't have the personality or any sort of entertaining charisma to be the guy that is doing this thing. And I understand you want to get the CEO to consumer connection so they can put a face to this corporation. But no, not with the dude dressed like Catch the Predator, and he looks like the Predator himself. The guy is, and I don't mean to shit on him. It sounds like a roast. I'm trying to critique how this could be done better. This channel is about communication as a whole, and unfortunately, he looks incredibly awkward, and he's not fit for part. He is not trained for this.
The big arch. This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada.
I don't understand the relevance of mentioning those countries. Like, I'm trying to understand what is it? Like, okay, we have tested it in those places and it's been successful. Hence, those countries give me some level of validation that it's going to be already successful for us presenting it to the American and the whatever the other markets, English-speaking markets that he's referring to, I imagine. But why mention it? What is he saying? Well, we've tested it on those places. Now it's fit for humans. Like, what is? There's no point unless there is a point. We tested it there. The feedback was great, and we tested it for this purpose. In Portugal, Germany, and this, we tried whether the flavoring was right, whether the spice level worked, and when the balance of what we were trying to ascertain was, did it have the right level of crunch? And through iterations, we got to this final product. Give us some details of what you tested. Just generic testing, like it doesn't add anything. It doesn't really give anyone any reason for you to mention those names of those countries, except for the fact that you just mention a bunch of countries to make it look like it validates it. Unnecessary. Okay.
I love this product. It is so good.
I love this product. It is so good. It is the most CEO corporate robotic mode of communication when you're trying for a level of transparency. I imagine, as I said at the pretext, I'm going to repeat it. The aim of this video was to build some level of connection between a amorphous, unknown hierarchy to give them a face to the customer. So you can trust us. There's a face behind this corporation. Feels like a big corporation. This is the guy running the, whatever, operations of it. Chief executive officer. This is the chief, right? We wanted to get that connection. And then you call a burger a product. It's like the antithesis of what you were trying to do. You're trying to create like, okay, let's break down some of this vague terminology and the vague feeling of this corporation. Let's put a video out where you can see that we are people. We're people running this thing. And by seeing the people running this thing, you can connect with us and blah, 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 blah. But instead, I'm going to call this thing a product. Who is giving some feedback to this person? There are many people in the organization who are very skilled at presenting to camera and knowing what works, knowing the way to present the information. And they know when you say as a CEO and you call the burger a product, it's not helping people connect.
I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch.
It's like a threat. It's like it kind of like brings out a level of his personality. Like if you look at his mannerisms, he comes across as a very aggressive person, which is what you want to try and disarm, because that is the notion that people have of these corporate executives. They're quite aggressive. And he's like telling you that, listen, I am going to be eating this for my lunch. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to see me eat this, but I love this for my lunch. Okay? Preface the thing that everyone thinks you're going to be doing. They know you're going to be talking about the positives. So why not at this time be like, hey, I know you're going to think I'm just going to spit out a bunch of positives, but I'm going to try and be as honest as possible. Now, after that, even if you do spit out a lot of positives, at least they know you've called out the thing that everyone knows you're going to be doing. So let me repeat that. It is very, very important in communication, especially in a situation where, in fact, this is most situations, but let's say in any situation where there is a level of skepticism, you call out what the skepticism is likely to be, and that disarms it completely. It comes across a lot more honest. And unfortunately, that is not a representation of good training and practice and rehearsal to deliver this bit of marketing content. Let's play Mr. Product back for a second.
So here we go. First, holy cow.
Holy cow. The most forced, inauthentic, unusual reaction. The body language here is completely closed off, shoulders closed in. His eyes are down. He's forcing, like you can see the fact there is clenching of around the neck. You can see the clenching. You see the whole thing is just so forced. No one is believing that. Taper it back a little bit. Just bring it back a few notches. Be a little bit more authentic and realistic. And unfortunately, that is the sentiment throughout this video. It is trying to be as authentic as possible with a video that is as inauthentic as it can be. all over the top. He doesn't even look like a guy that enjoys burgers. He barely has a full serving of anything. Pretending like that is going to be his lunch. Not even necessary. Take it out. Don't even just say it. All inauthentic. And it's incredibly evident for the person watching that essentially this is all bullshit.
God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun.
Sesame poppy sort of bun. That is the best description you can provide of your latest release of your burger. You can't sell it any better than that. You know, sesame sort of poppy sort of bun. What the fuck is that? What is that? And again, goes to the question of who is training, who is helping put this together, and who is doing the rehearsals. It's less on this guy, the CEO. He's a busy man. He's got other responsibilities. His job is not to do video, camera facing taste tests. There's plenty of influencers, and you may as well have just got AI to pretend to be the CEO of Macca's and it would have done a wholesale better job. It is not his responsibility. It is whoever is in charge of putting that video together, from the scripting, the planning, the delivery, the words that he's going to use, the set, this whole lighting, the way he's dressed like he has just been banned from every primary school possible. It is up to them. You couldn't sell it any better than a sesame poppy sort of bun. What? Soft, crispy, whatever you want to say, melts in your mouth. The crunchiness of the seeds on the bun makes it feel like it tastes like a cracker lying on top of a cloudy, juicy bun that brings back memories of one of the greatest meals that you have had. Okay, that is an oversell, right? I was just freestyling, coming off whatever comes off the top of my head. But at least that is one step better than a sesame poppy sort of bun. Sort of bun. The hell is wrong with you? Nothing else. I don't know. Then maybe go down to the production of the bun. Give the specifics there. All our buns are sourced from organic bun farms. I don't know. Look, I don't know where they're sourced from. I have no idea. Okay. I'm not a biological bun harvester. I don't know even what that job is. Anyhow, baker. They're organic. We have them triple layered with poppy seeds and prepared in our proprietary 312 degree, I mean, that's going to burn the shit out of it, 312 degree multi-circulating air grilled oven, which ensures that there is no layer of deep frying that takes place in any of the buns. And they are each custom made and tested and gone, make the process a little bit more extra, sell it a little bit, even any less than what he did, and the video would be a silent one. He has done no selling here. Nothing. Give it something.
We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce.
At this moment, he is just mentioning items that are in this burger. 2 patties. We have 2 buns. On the buns, there are 9 seeds. And inside, there's some sauce. Oh, and it comes in a box. And then we'll put it on a plate. It's plastic plate, but we wash them and reuse them. We don't dispose of them. I don't know what's happening. This is probably the worst use of his time. If he's a good CEO, which I'm aware he is, McDonald's, which I'm not aware or unaware of that, of that fact, I'm assuming McDonald's doing quite well. 50 million, billion Big Mac sold, all that stuff, right?
And of course, some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's
Goodness me. Like as a sketch, this is top shelf. Top shelf. 200%. You've nailed it as a sketch, but as a real promotional video, oh my God, negative 200%. Negative 200%. I don't know how to attack it. Oh, wow, there's so much going on. It's a fucking burger, bro. Like, what is so much going on? Give it some specifics. Give it something. Take it one step more than just mentioning things in there or things you see. There's light. And then at the same time, he's holding it like some weird ass way. Let's look. It's like he's never eaten a burger before. So kind of grappling it like a absolute, like one of this. Like what is he? Look, he's trying to. It's like he's starting acupuncture. We're trying to massage the burger, right? You know, we're trying to like. It's like, yeah, let's have a thumb war. Just hold it like everyone else has done that's eaten a burger, which isn't you, because clearly you have never eaten a burger in your life. You have no interest in burgers. You hate the food that your store actually makes. It seems evidently clear, which is quite sad. And having a person that doesn't really like the product they're selling, it's just awkward. It's strange. Like I said, it looks like one of those hostage videos, and he just doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's being forced at gunpoint to make this video. And this is why communication training is so important. In any sort of position, having baseline communication training can stack any other skill that you have. Now, as a CEO, he may be incredible. And in communicating in those situations where he is incredibly comfortable and trained, I'm sure he's good. But then it comes to the singular leap of having to do it in a entertaining, in a sales, having a level of salesmanship, and then having the ability to be clear, concise, and authentic. That could stack all his other skills to make him that much more unique. And that's what communication training can do.
I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth.
Crispy onions. Now you just noticed the onions. So you had to mention that. Oh yeah, I just see some lettuce, bro. Like it's a train wreck. It gets worse as it plays, which I did not think it was possible.
Truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch.
I'm just trying to find a perfect point. This is post bite. I was trying to be a little bit more supportive of him in the ending, but I can't. Big bite for a big arch. The shape of that burger is the same as when he started. It hasn't even put a dent into the circular shape of the bun. It's a big bite for the big arch. Take a fucking bite, bro. And if you notice, he still hasn't swallowed his bite. Like throughout this video, all the way to the end, he's still got that bite in his mouth. If it was so delicious, wouldn't you just swallow it? It's like he's waiting for someone to press the red button and stop recording so he can spit it out. Again, at least for this video, you have to eat your burger. You want your customers to eat it? Swallow it. Take a decent bite. Even make it look like you're enjoying it. The shape is exactly the same. And he's like, check this. Big bite. Bro, you've taken 1 gram of each of the buns from the top and bottom. And an ant would have made a bigger dent in that patty than you have. That is not a big bite. That is the bite my toddler would outdo. And my toddler would outdo that on plastic, right? I'm hoping this is at least one step in the direction of food beyond plastic. Not far, but at least it is one step in the direction of actual real food. So at least please bite it, you total douchebag. Let me just play it out.
Big bite for a big arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And of course, we've got the pickles. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lunch, but Big Arch, try it when you can get it.
It's so bad. It is so bad. Absolutely the most ridiculous promotional video you could try and make if your goal was to be more connected with your customer, to try and be more relatable. Firstly, as a categorical rule, do not have the CEO. Like I said, it's human nature for the CEO to think he or she can do everything. It is where you have ultimate power and you feel like any lane is your lane to conquer. Unfortunately, as a categorical rule, and I have worked with many CEOs, try not to get them in front of the camera. They are perfectly designed and masters, an absolute masterclass when in a boardroom, in a meeting, in a corporate presentation, but it takes a very different level of skill to do media. And there are people pumping out shit every single day, and they are fucking experts. And you have access to all of those experts because you have the funds, you have the name, the brand, the leverage, the networking, all of it. Get someone who knows what they're doing, or make the concept more realistic if you're willing to take that risk. If you think your product is that good, because it's got the product has lettuce, has crispy onions and sauce and two buns, all of it. We tested in Portugal, Germania, and Afghanistan. We've tested in all those places, and it crushed. So if you think it's that good, the better concept would be to get actual strangers to taste it. Why not give that a try instead of old mate over here who is not trained for this sort of interaction? The final, I guess, takeaway here is I don't actually understand how this would have worked in an ideal scenario. Okay. And that is a case, that is a in any sort of moment where you are going to have to communicate your way through that moment to try and get a I know this sounds generic, but so let me make it a little bit more specific. Where you're going to have to use your words to move someone in some way, right? You're going to have to use your words to put someone in motion. In this case, to put people in motion to go buy the burger or to have a level of connection to McDonald's to get them to go to McDonald's and the next time they see it, move their car straight into the driveway. Oh, I want to try the big arch, whatever that goal may be, right? And I'm imagining that's the level of motion. You want to use the words here and all of that to get people to take that next step. Whenever that is the case, right? You have got to understand what that motion you want people to have, right? And what is the roadblocks in the way? I just didn't understand what the ideal scenario of this video was. Poorly thought out, poorly planned, no training, no scripting. No scripting. I don't mean having to script it. I try and get people away from scripting as after having enough practice, because that is the ability to do that on the fly is so much more powerful than always relying on a script. But regardless, right? Having all of that doesn't seem to be there. Now, because I've just told you how not to do it, maybe a good example is to find out how it can be done. If someone has that level of experience, the ability to perform in front of the camera, knows how to be entertaining, knows how to plan something like this, you can create magic as the co-founder and CEO. And an example I'm going to give you is Ricky Gervais, one of the funniest people, one of my favorite top 5 comedians, one of the funniest people. And he is a co-owner of this vodka brand, and he is the camera-facing personality. He's a creative, whatever the hell the title is called, and he does the videos for it. So let's watch how to do it as an example. I love to show you how it can be done in essentially a single take. Single take, very casual, very little production, all of the above, but just someone who knows how to play the part. You can get incredible outcomes. And this is, a master at this comedic production of content.
Hi, I'm Ricky Gervais, co-owner of Dutch Barn. Vodka done differently, particularly the advertising. Why are vodka adverts always rich, cool, trendy people having the best time and getting on with everyone? Sit down, have a drink, go to bed. Done. One ad I saw had James Bond dancing around dressed like a fucking rent boy. What is that? Dutch Barn.
Don't send in someone unqualified. If you are qualified to pull it off, that's the person to send in, especially if you have that at your disposal. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.